everybody. We always do that. We always like, hey! Hello, world. Yeah. Welcome to Two Snaps in a Circle.
Right. What?
Brain part.
Take
Brain
1 week off and you forget how to
open the show. You just be like, what is we doing? Who are we? Why are we here?
What did we do? Two Snaps in a Circle for the new people. This is a movie review show, and like that's what we do. We review movies. We watch old, new, funny, serious, just all of it.
Yeah, Krampus. We watched that. Yeah,
we somehow managed to watch Krampus as well.
We watched Westworld 1973 for you guys, so you guys don't. Obviously, you guys like that episode. So we have a lot of views on that.
We do. A lot of people tuned in for that one, and it still baffles me, like
how that episode, like how do you guys
out of all the episodes, that's the one. Okay, y'all. All right.
Oh man,
well, introduce yourself, girl.
Hey y'all, I'm Chevy or Siobhan or Chevy the Superstar. I prefer Chevy.
Yeah. Chevy is your name. That's what I call you. Chevy. I'm Toya, everybody. Also go by Toya. Yeah.
I'm Toya and I also go by Toya. All right.
Yeah, man. I mean, this is what happens when you take a week off. You just don't know what to do.
Don't even know how to introduce ourselves no more, y'all.
I know it's just awkward, it's just like weird, but it's like we here though.
We here and we gonna do it, and we gonna keep doing it until we get it to where it sounds like we are on the news.
Oh my god, that's like so I gave up TikTok for Lent, and that is one of the things that I really, really miss is that it was a lady on there. She does the news and she has her own TikTok. And oh my God.
Oh, doing the like voices?
Yes. And so she goes home and talks. And her husband also is a newscaster. So then she goes home and she speaks in that voice. And he looks at her like, you don't have to do that here. Like we're at home. Like
yeah, it'd be funny.
That's you don't have to do that here. And she has it down perfectly. Like for sure. I don't know if I could ever get that. It feels so fake. It's just
the news voice.
Yes, the news voice. You was about to try?
Yes.
Please try.
You saw my face. I'm so ready. Okay, let's see if I can do it. Hello, world. This is your news anchor Siobhan here, and I'm here to bring you the hot new topics of the day. I don't like that voice.
Oh, that was kind of like that worked.
I didn't like it.
That works. Okay, let me try.
Okay.
I'm gonna do it. Let's see. Hello, good morning, everyone. It's LaToya Coates with the news for you.
Oh, I like that. You had a little thing, a little lines and stuff.
You know, on the top of the dome.
Now, I have a question for you.
Yes.
So when you see a TikTok video on Instagram, do you not look at it or do it not count?
I am a believer that it does not count. This is Instagram. I did not log. No, for real. My brother was showing me something on TikTok, and I was like, "Hold on, does this count? Like, is this?"
I was like, "No,
I didn't log into TikTok. I didn't go into the app. I'm off TikTok. Like, but if somebody want to show me a TikTok, it's all free game. Like, it's all fair game. Because
I was wondering that. I'm like, it's a lot of TikTok videos on Instagram. How is she bypassing that?
I'm not. I'm watching them.
Oh, yeah. Send it to you in a text.
Right. Just send me TikToks.
Because I send them on TikToks all the time.
Yeah, like send me TikToks.
Just send them to you. Okay. So that's the
Oh my
bypass.
god! Yep. Man, loopholes is it's a beautiful thing. It's a
That's
beautiful
what it's
thing.
all about, the loopholes, you know. You got to get
Honestly,
them loopholes in.
for real.
So today, what we doing? I do have some movie
Y'all about to
news.
say you got some movie news?
I got hella movie news. I'm just gonna read it real fast, like a dude at the auction.
All right. We just putting on all our voices today. Like we are not who we are. We're just everybody else. Like
I got movie news, movie news, movie news. Better man, movie news. No,
we got a new movie. You want to hear that new movie? We got that new movie. We got that new movie. Did it get 5 stars?
all right. So, uh, let me see. Really, what I want to focus on is there was a lot of things that went down last week. Well, not really. I was having a hard time pulling out news until actually Thursday. Like everything dropped on Thursday. So the biggest thing that's popping right now is this Paramount Plus. What do you think about that?
Yo, so I saw the advertise, they had a lot of Super Bowl, real estate, they digital real estate. So that whole time I every time the commercial came on for it, I just couldn't help but get that overwhelming feeling of another platform.
Right. That we got to pay for.
That we have to pay for, that is probably going to steal away from movies that are in different places like Netflix, like Amazon. They're going to pull that stuff away that may be on HBO. They're going to pull that stuff away and put it over here because they have the licensing for it and it belongs to them. And it just, I don't know, it's when that capitalism and that greediness and just, it's either our way or the highway type vibes. At least that's the way it makes me feel. I don't know. Or, I think what's going to happen is have to try it out to see about what's going to, okay, am I going to get rid of Netflix now?
Hell no.
Right. I don't see anything make me get rid of HBO or
hell no.
I don't see anything making me get away, like giving away Netflix. Like, so, I mean, it's some people gonna have to buddy up.
Yes, for sure.
You got to buddy up. But it got to come correct. You can't be fugazi. You got to come correct. Paramount Plus. So
let me drop some stuff on you.
Okay.
All right. So it will consist of MTV, BET, CBS, Comedy Central. I wrote MTV twice. Nickelodeon and Paramount Pictures.
Oh.
Okay. That's first. Let me keep going. Let me keep going. I wonder if they're gonna have "Are You Afraid of the Dark?" because that's gonna be a definite.
Oh, see now,
to seal the deal for me.
Now they're trying to get into my millennial spirits and.
All right, so they will be releasing Mission Impossible 7 on this Paramount Plus app, 45 days after it is released in theaters, as well as A Quiet Place 2.
Oh,
I have my calm voice on because it's a lot. Okay.
Right.
They may even release the new James Bond film on this platform. All their films that are in theaters will be released on Paramount Plus 45 days after they are released in theaters, and they plan on releasing all of them there after theaters.
Snap.
Well, the majority of them anyway.
I was just talking big ish. Now I gotta eat those words.
Yes. They are developing a Halo television show, a new SpongeBob television show. They put out the trailer for the new Rugrats show. It's a little creepy, but the whole voice cast is back, including, I'm just happy the whole voice cast is back.
Yeah, that's more exciting more than anything.
They created a studio for the Avatar cartoon that was on Nickelodeon, and they are creating a whole universe for that, and it will be premiered on Paramount Plus. What am I missing here? Oh, they're coming out with the new Real World show. The trailer dropped for that as well. The first original cast of the Real World will be going back into the Real World home. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And that's just a little bit. That's just a little
Now,
bit.
see, now they're hitting a chord right there. Because, I mean, you talking to somebody who grew up teenage years through the late 90s and early 2000s. Like, Real World was my ish. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, I dare I say, kind of had an influence of me wanting to do possibly like TV, you
Yeah.
know.
I auditioned for Real World twice back in the day.
I never did, and I always regretted that. I remember in college they had I remember the posters being up, and I remember just being so nervous to even like take the little, take one of the little tabs and
Man,
just
the
like,
questions they ask you is crazy. You really have to be willing to put your whole life out there.
yeah. I always thought I was too boring, or I'd be too like not necessarily straight edge, but I thought that I wouldn't be willing to be fun. And that was during a time where I hadn't really drank before, and I was just very new. So who knows, like what
You might have
it could have.
turned up,
Right, I might
turned up
have turned up,
on
like
the
changed my
camera.
life, changed my life. But oh my gosh, Real World, that hit a
Hmm.
chord right there, and the
Yeah.
Nickelodeon, that hit a chord right there.
Yeah.
Dang, Paramount.
Yeah. I'm for that quiet place too, as
I
well.
still I haven't seen the first one.
Oh my God.
I heard it's really good though. It's like one of those things I've always been meaning to watch, like just never have.
I don't know why I have such a calm voice. I have a lot of information and I'm trying not to get
Go ahead.
excited.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
Okay. Hello, Rail 7. How are you this
What
evening?
it do, Real?
He says, both of y'all loved Real World back in the day.
Loved. I think I
That
still
was
got like
my
a
show.
loved.
That was my show. I definitely dragged people on to auditions with me. I would have auditioned more, but I just realized that I was not willing to put my whole life out there like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's a good point.
Yeah, The Quiet Place was great. The Quiet Place was great. What up? What up? What up?
What up, Ashley? That's the homie Ashley.
So
Bashweiser.
where am I with my movie news now? Okay.
Movie news.
So let me just go through the stuff that dropped last week a little bit.
Yeah.
Tina Turner doc on HBO Max.
Oh, I'm
Trailer
excited about that.
looks good. It looks
It
good.
does look good.
Twisted Metal live action series in the works.
The
That is
video
amazing.
game?
That's the video game. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. Magic Kingdom. Okay. Disney Plus is creating a Magic Kingdom TV universe where there will be creating different shows, movies, whatever about, I guess, stemming from rides, like how they're doing a Jungle Cruise, which is a ride at
Okay.
Disney. So I guess they're going to just keep going with that kind of flow.
Okay.
Um, Disney Plus also created a Star for adult content. It dropped, I think, last week. I believe. I think it dropped. Where they're making it so you can sift out the stuff that is not for kids, and they're going
Mm-hmm.
to add more adult themed content to their platform, because I was wondering when that was going to happen, because Disney made Pearl Harbor, so come on, we gotta
Yeah, give us Pearl Harbor.
put it on there.
Yeah, you do. That's a good
um, let's see.
man.
Marvel got the rights for Jessica Jones and the Punisher back from Netflix, so be dope if
Oh,
since they started the Disney Plus Star, maybe they can go ahead and get the actors from the Netflix show and continue those shows, because the shows were great. They got canceled because of Disney Plus. That's why they got canceled.
oh,
Yeah, all of the Marvel shows that were on Netflix got canceled, not because they were bad, because all of those shows were very successful,
that
award
makes a lot of
nominated
sense.
shows. They got canceled because of Disney Plus.
That makes a lot of sense. And see, that's what I'm worried about with the Paramount thing. Like,
Right. But that
but
is
if they give it, but just like they're not, it looks like they're coming correct. So I have to take back everything I keep saying.
right. Clark Noves, hello, how are you?
What up, Mr. Clark Node?
All right, where we at? Where we at? Let's
Davion.
see. Shutter, I don't know if you ever heard of it. Maybe you heard of me talking about it. Shutter is a horror Netflix,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The channel. Okay, yeah.
Shudder and AMC announced that they will be ordering a Black anthology horror series.
Let's go. We talk about that all the time, man. Black people in horror, like,
I'm very excited for it.
That's dope.
All right. The first Latino superhero film, which is a DC Comics film, is called Blue Beetle, and it will be directed by a Latino man director. I did not write down his name. So, but yes.
Shout out to you, brother.
Spike Lee is producing a Netflix show called Gordon Hemingway and the Realm of Cthulhu. It's a book. It's based off a book about, basically, from the synopsis that I read, a Black Indiana Jones.
Okay. That's what I'm talking
about. Let's see. BET Plus ordered a show called Birth of Cool to be produced by Lena Waithe.
Let's go, Lena.
And last week there was much controversy because they dropped the title for the new Spider-Man film. They tried to twist us up a little bit.
Yeah, they was trolling for sure.
Yeah. No, because the last Spider-Man film, Tom Holland made a mistake and told everybody the name of it.
Oh, so that's why like a little running joke now.
Yeah, that's why everybody dropped the title and pictures on their page, because they wanted to try to slip everybody up. But it makes sense that they named it No Way Home. We have Homecoming, Far From Home, and now we have No Way Home.
Let's go. Okay.
So there we go. We did the Paramount Plus. Okay, from this weekend that just passed, we had the Golden Globes. Many wonderful people won awards. I'm not going to say everybody. I'm just going to say the people I like.
They know who they are.
You can just go on the website and look at it for yourself. I mean, I will give honorable mention to Sacha Baron Cohen, because he did win for Best Actor in a Comedy, and the movie won for Best
Congratulations to that
film. I mean,
yeah, it's about time he got something for them films. Like, geesh, he done put stuff out there.
What up, though, Groovy Rusty?
Hey, Groovy Rusty.
I want the Purple Man to come over. Who is that?
I don't know.
Purple Man?
I don't know.
Who the Purple Man? I want to know who that is. Is that a superhero?
Tell us more.
Yeah, I want to know more. Okay. So where am I? Okay. So winners from the not the Academy Awards.
The Globes. We ain't there yet.
We have Andrade.
Let's go, Andrade, for the Billie Holiday film.
Billie Holiday. America versus Billie Holiday. Then we have Chadwick Boseman for
Rest in Peace.
The film.
Ma Rainey's Black Bottom.
There you go. You got it. We got Gillian Anderson for The Crown. The Crown won a lot of awards too.
Oh, they cleaned up.
They really did clean up. Jodie Foster won for that movie Manchurian. Rosamund Pike won for that damn movie I Care a Lot. Good for her, because she showed this.
That's the don't spoil it. I still haven't
seen it. He was the villain. Oh man, I didn't mean to click that comment. He was the villain from Jessica Jones show. That was his name.
No, I ain't never seen that.
Dang, I never realized that was his name. I didn't
like the Purple Man.
My nerve. Yes, Andrade did so well. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie yet, but I'm sure she did.
Yeah, from what I've seen, the clips I've seen, obviously she won, so she had to do well. So,
oh, you didn't like that movie, huh? I didn't watch that movie.
It was trash. It's hard to see Viola look like that because she's so beautiful, and it's just like
I don't like watching people's last works. It's hard for me, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah. That's a really hard one, low key. Yeah. I'm sure it was an emotional film.
Yeah, too. I didn't want to watch it. Rosamund Pike, did you watch I Care a Lot?
Nope.
Watch I Care a Lot so you can be mad with me. I have never hated a character in cinematic history.
First of all, I just don't like that woman either, because I'm still mad at her from Gone Girl. So that's how I say Gone Girl. Gone Girl.
Oh yeah, she basically gone girl. She was the perfect person to play those kind of characters.
She really is. Like, that's somebody where it's hard to like her in real life, because I mean, obviously I don't know her personally, but I believe that if I seen her, I was like, I'm good on her. I don't want to meet her.
All right, so Soul won for Best Animated
Yes.
Film. Catherine O'Hara won, and Schitt's Creek cleaned up too.
Who's Catherine O'Hara?
Kevin!
Oh. Oh my god!
Why did I do? Did she do that?
Yeah. You just put, but she does do that though, right?
She does the hands too, right? When she says, don't she?
In one of the movies, she just
She dropped.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh. No, that was a straight fall back.
Oh yeah, she will. Yep. Man, that's good acting. Man. That's good acting.
Yeah, she said, John Boyega.
Yes, John Boyega for the small axes. I still haven't seen that.
I'm glad you knew the name of it.
Yeah, Stephen McQueen. Yeah. Something like this.
And we got Daniel. I'm gonna try to say it right, but I might say it wrong. Kalua?
Something like that. Somewhere around that part, somewhere around that corner.
One for Judas and the Black Messiah.
And I enjoyed that film. I
will watch it one day.
Oh,
I gotta watch it before the 14th. Everybody, if you have not watched Judas and the Black Messiah, you need to watch it before.
Oh, that's true. It's gonna go off.
Because they taking it off. Taking off of the channel.
Limited time.
Limited. All right. So the stuff, we got a couple more things, and then we into the movie. Okay.
Yes.
Jordan's television trailer for, what am I trying to say?
I don't know.
Michael B. Jordan's television show, Tom Clancy show, Without Remorse. The trailer dropped the other day. It looks freaking amazing, because I can set the car on fire, then get in the car with the gun to interrogate somebody. You real mad, and you getting your answer either way. Either way.
I think that trailer went by in a flash, so I don't really remember that part. It was a lot happening, but now I have to go back.
Yes, he literally, it was so dramatic. He got on top of the car, he poured all the gasoline out on the car, he did the match. I mean, the
lighter,
thank you. And then he lit the ground. The car really gets into a big flame. I've never seen it done that quickly. And then he walks over to the car and opens the damn door, gets in the car, sits down, pulls out a gun and say, "Give me a name." I said, damn, he mad as hell. You better tell him, but I mean, it don't matter. Even if you tell him, he gonna get out of the car and your ass gonna burn up.
Period. You're gonna burn. You gotta go tell him.
Man, I was like, Jesus, he is mad. He must have killed his family. That's what it seems.
Something.
That's what I got from it. They dropped a trailer for Octavia Spencer and my girl, Thunder Force.
Yeah. Nope.
It's not coming to me.
Nope.
Melissa McCarthy. There we go. Melissa McCarthy.
Yep.
They're gonna be in a film together called Thunder Force.
It's a little buddy type.
Yeah, it's a buddy superhero movie, and it looks so great.
Yeah, I haven't seen that. Actually, I feel like I saw
that. So many snaps because I was trying to get the answer.
That's why this show is going to snaps.
Sometimes you need more than two. Sometimes you need more. Get to the answer.
I'll be doing this when I'm trying to reverse. I'm like,
it's something like, it sounds like, it feels like, I think it is.
Melissa McCarthy. Yeah.
Oh man, that movie looks like it's gonna be hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I haven't seen that trailer in a minute, so I need a little refresher. But I believe either I saw the trailer or I read an article. Either way, when I first heard about the film, I was like, "Oh, that's gonna be cool. That's gonna be cool."
Two more things, and then we into the movie.
Let's do this.
District 9. Remember that movie about the people who could turn into aliens some kind of way? I don't know. That's
Yeah.
pretty much the man ended up turning into an alien, right? He got stuck in the leg with some
Like
medicine
that.
or something like that.
Yeah, I like that film.
But
I like that.
the aliens look like bugs. I ain't really like they look like the butterfly without the wings. That's how they looked. That is how they looked.
You ain't lying. You ain't even lying. You're not lying at all.
I ain't really like that.
Giving me real the little ugly bugs from Men in Black. Like,
oh yeah.
Like,
yeah. Well, they're coming out with a movie, another one called, guess what? It's called
District 10.
Yes, that's so inventive. It's gonna be so great.
That's how you do it. Just like Coming to America.
Yeah, you got to make that too big. Ooh. And all the words this little. This is how the words look on the front on the page. And then the 2 is like this big, but which drops tomorrow.
Yup. Watch with your families.
Or by yourself, whatever you want to do. You know.
I know I did just put that out there like it's a family film or something. Like, I just laugh at Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall by yourself.
All right, guys. So we got one more thing. What? The Biggie doc. It's a Biggie doc on Netflix.
Dog, when you said that, immediately to my head, Biggie duets came like Biggie duets.
Yeah, it's a Biggie doc.
A Biggie doc. Okay.
On the Netflix.
Biggie is just such a funny word to me. Biggie.
And also, I have some sad news, guys. Some films have been pushed back that we really, really were looking forward to.
Every day. Every week.
Fast 9 has been delayed until my birthday, which is June 25th. Everybody, my birthday is June 25th. That's what's important here.
Write it down. Write it down.
Send me presents. Okay. And then The Rise of Groot, or Gru. I just mixed up 2 movies. Yeah. The Rise of Gru, which is a Minions Despicable Me prequel. Okay. I'm assuming. Because Gru is the guy who was the guy in the movie, I think. Right. It has been pushed back until July 11th. I mean, 1st. They really want these movies to go to theaters. So
that's what they're waiting on.
That concludes the movie news.
Movie news.
Oh, we need a song. Me too.
Yeah. Okay, y'all. So we are in the month of March. And you know, we I believe that we did Black History Month, you know, the right way. You know, we came correct. And so we decided that this month we were gonna do musicals. So all the people who love musicals, this is the place for you. All the people who don't love musicals, I believe this still is the place for you, because that's what you're talking to. You're talking to 2 people. I'm sorry. You're talking to 2 people. You have a lover of musicals, and you have one that's like,
Well, I'm not going to say that I'm a lover of musicals. Let me give you the history of the film for me that we're watching today.
Okay. But see, unlike you, I don't have...
This is the energy we need, though. This is the energy.
Yes. But yeah, I don't... Okay, so you're not like a huge fan of musicals, but you have a musical that you absolutely love. And
I have several, but it takes me a long time to watch them because I'm not like, oh, I'm about to watch this musical. Like, it's not like I'm ever like, oh, it's a musical, I'm about to watch it. I'm always slow to watch them. And then I'll be like, oh my God, I love this so much.
Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. I have
not everybody dropping their requests for their favorite musicals.
Oh yeah, drop them down.
Devin wants us to watch Little Shop of Horrors. That's his favorite.
Okay, I haven't watched that in so long. I haven't seen it in so long.
Ashley wants us to watch Chorus Line.
Yes, I never heard of that. So I was telling Ash, like, I don't know, girl. I ain't never seen that before. I ain't never heard
on the list I made.
Really?
I think so.
Sick. Let's go. Any more?
No, that's it. So when The Greatest Showman came out, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go watch that because Hugh Jackman was in it and Zac Efron is in it and they fine. And then I was like, nah, it's a musical. Ain't nobody gonna want to go to the movie theater to see that with me. So I never went. I mean, it's not like I don't go to the movies by myself. I just didn't go. So then I think it got nominated for Best Song. This Is Me got nominated for Best Song at the Oscars. So they performed it and I saw it and I said, wow, that lady really can sing. I should watch The Greatest Showman. Never watched it, forgot about it. A year later, they put it on HBO or something like that, maybe 6 months after that, put it on HBO and I watched it. And I said, wow, this movie is amazing. And then I listened to the soundtrack every day for like 3 months.
And that's how you got hooked. And see, I think that's where I'm lost with musicals. I always thought that people like love the actual movie themselves, like the actual like movie themselves. But I'm realizing, especially with Hamilton, that it's the soundtracks. Like people go back and listen to the soundtracks, which in turn creates the love for it. And so I guess that's why, if I had to say one of my favorite musicals is Dreamgirls, and it's because Beyonce, and I went back and I listened to that soundtrack so many times that it was like soundcrack. It was, yes.
But it's actually a good movie. Like Prince, not Prince, but Purple Rain is a musical, but the movie is not that great.
Correct. Yeah. But yeah, it doesn't
actually very good.
Yeah, the music makes the, like I think we said it when we reviewed it, where we were saying that's the lead actor, like that's the star of the movie, next to Prince, obviously, is that. So but so that's my favorite thing about musicals is the way that they transition into the song, like, and I think the Greatest Showman did a great job.
They really did
of doing that. Because typically music comes in, somebody walks away, and then they turn around and now they're singing. And and I feel like they did a great job of, just kind of segueing it in every time. Sometimes I was really waiting for the moment. When they about to start singing, and then it would happen. I was like, oh, nice. This is good. This is good. Yeah. So you want to start from the beginning? Oh, well, okay. I do want to say this. I think that movies that I've never seen before, I'm going to start watching the trailers before I watch the film, because it gets me geeked. Because trailers do what they're supposed to do. They get you excited for the film. And so I watched the trailer and I'm like, Zendaya's in this? Zac Efron.
You didn't know Zendaya was in it?
I had no idea. I didn't know.
What's his face is in it too?
What?
I don't know his name.
What's his face? Zac Efron. No, you said Zac Efron.
The dude from Watchmen.
Yaya, who played from Watchmen. Yeah, I think his real name is Yaya, or I forget how you say his real name.
Thank you for the follow, Groovy Rusty.
Hey, Groovy Rusty. Hey, remember, we be giving out prizes and stuff. So
sure does. We sure does.
Tuning in, y'all, because you get prizes and we giveaways and all that great stuff when you tune in to the show. Yeah, I forget how to say his name, but yeah, that was a nice, like, who else that I was super surprised. I didn't know about Zac Efron, and really? Honestly, I believe that I don't know if I've ever seen a movie with Michelle Williams, and so I've always heard I've always seen Michelle Williams be referenced to as like the white Michelle Williams, like
yeah, from Dawson's Creek.
But that is her.
Yes. She was married to Hugh Jackman. No, to what's the boy name who passed? Heath Ledger in real life.
Ledger. Yeah. Wow. Hold on, I'm going through her little
She was in Brokeback Mountain.
She sure was. Wow. Man.
They were in it together.
Yeah, anytime ever heard that woman been referenced, it's the white Michelle.
Well, yeah, because people be getting confused.
Yeah, they be getting confused. It's spelled the same exact way and everything.
Yes, it's the
Oh
same.
yeah.
It's the freaking
No man.
same.
I was hanging out with a friend in Brooklyn, and we were walking through neighborhoods, and then she was like, "Fun fact: Michelle Williams bought this house," and I'm like, "Destiny's Child, Michelle?" She's like, "No, the actress." I'm like, "I don't know. She white?" Like, yeah. Like, oh, okay.
Yeah, man. You gotta know both.
Yes. But yeah, let's get into it. Let's
Okay.
start off at the beginning. Yeah, let's
Are we
start.
gonna read the synopsis?
Yeah, go
I
ahead,
don't
read
know
the
why I said
synopsis.
that
Yes.
like that.
You
All right. The Greatest Showman celebrates the birth of showman business and tell what? Of show business, sorry, and tells of a visionary who rose from nothing to create a spectacle that became a worldwide sensation.
And that was, I've only known about the Greatest Showman from you. I've probably heard it referenced in jokes or, TV or before, but I never knew it was about
Barnum and Bailey and
yeah, I never knew it was about
loosely.
loosely based. Yes, which after it went off, I went on my Google deep dive and was found out some things.
Some
Found
real
out some
things.
things. I was like, oh, this is definitely a very glossy version
Yes, the glamorous,
of
the
of of, of
glamorous.
his life and story, and so it's cute, but the real thing is just a little bit wow.
I say the whimsy of it all. It's very
Yeah,
whimsical.
very whimsical. But yeah, I thought they did an amazing job. I love the way it starts off. I mean, I'm into it, like off the get-go. I'm really into it. I'm like, this is a really good song. I'm digging it. Well, come to find out, Hugh Jackman didn't sing, but he sounds great. Like he's performing it well.
What? Let me say.
Somebody, yeah, I read articles that said that
What?
was his voice. That he was,
How? That's his voice.
or it must have been some parts where that wasn't him.
I could see that.
Yeah.
But he be singing. He did
But
one
yeah,
man
I
show.
believe that opening scene was him, and he sounded great.
Yeah, because he was in Les Miserables, Les Miserables, and they
Yeah,
made them sing
I say
live.
Les Miserables. Miserables.
Well, I ain't saying no better than that. I ain't saying
Oh my god! This is what you do.
But they made Anne Hathaway and Hugh Jackman sing them songs live every day on set over and over again.
Hey, he can't sing. We know that. Like the man can't sing.
I do know old girl didn't sing that one song.
Yeah, the Never Enough.
Yeah, she did not
that
sing
was not her.
Not her at all.
That was not her. It was an amazing performance, but that was not her. But I love the way it opens up. It kind of just puts
old time.
Yeah, old timey, puts you in the scene. You realize, like, oh, that's what this is about, because I'm figuring it out as it goes. Like, oh, Barnum, right? I had no idea. Like, this is how he got started. Okay, and then we pop in, and he's a kid, and I love it. Like the transitions, man.
But did you see, like, when he was a kid and he was standing there and the soup was on his head, and it was like, yeah, y'all better do that.
Yes.
Y'all better do that.
I'm like, this is how you transition from one scene to the next without, like, this is how you rush a story.
Yeah, they pushed it, baby. They pushed it. Was like we was on the fast train in Europe. We was on the fast train.
First 11 minutes, they go from children to grown people.
Just that quick. In one song, baby. In one song.
And them kids can sing. And I was like, yes. That's what I'm talking about. Give me kid singers. I love kids that can sing, man. Like, especially at that level, it's just lit. They can sing like that. It. So I was very, very impressed. Very, very impressed with the first 10 minutes of the film. Like,
yes, okay. I have a frog in my throat when that part. I'm telling you, it's two parts. It's one part I always cry, I shed, like, get a little teary eyed, and it's another that whole part, like watching his life go through that song. I just always have me choked up. I feel so bad for him, man. But I did notice something in this time when I watched it during that scene. You know how they looked down at his shoes and his shoes all busted. When he got
Yeah.
into the house, his shoes wasn't busted no more. His shoes wasn't
Maybe
busted
he,
no more.
maybe on the way his dad hooked him up or something.
Hooked him up, seamed him
Look,
up.
I'm thinking like, oh, nobody can get meaner than his dad.
He
Then the
slapped the
client, I'm sorry, you are a client, you are a customer. You gonna slap somebody else's child?
slap out of him. Shapped the pure mess out of that little boy. The pure mess.
I said, heck
Slapped
you
him.
are.
I said,
These
woof.
and that actor, the father,
Daddy.
he just he is the epitome of the closed smile and head nod. because every time he did something hateful, he did it with a smile on his face.
Yeah. She will tire of your life.
She will tire of it. Oh, thank you for your honesty. Pow!
He said, I'll give her this life one, or he said one is grand or something like that. And he
Yeah,
was like, yeah, yeah, okay, dude.
yeah.
She gonna come home. I mean, she
He's like,
did.
she'll be back in a week.
She'll come back. She gonna get tired of it. She gonna get tired of you. But I love that.
But
I love the scene. I love like the first interaction with a person who is different from him, and that being the
mhm.
person that helped him. I love, watching how his life transitioned, how her life transitioned, but they never lost touch. I loved how it showed what type of man he was going to be, that he
Yep.
was going to be some type of a swindler and
Mhm.
a con man, because he
Oh,
knew how
for
to work
sure.
the system. He knew how to get the
Exactly.
money
Yep.
to her. He knew how to get food. Sometimes he knew how to make things work for him. He was selling newspapers that he was getting out of the trash. He was
Yes.
dropping postcards in the mailman's bag without him knowing.
Yes. I'm like, yes, brother. That's how you do it.
Yeah,
Like
he
you
was in there.
yeah, I really enjoy. Yeah, like I said, that first 10 minutes they put so much in there, and every part was very important to show what type of person he was, and just some real, what they say, like, pull yourself up by the bootstraps type vibes. Like, I felt that in the first 10 minutes, like, oh, he's gonna make it regardless. Like, he's not playing about this, he's very serious about this. And so then we transition, and now they're adults, and he's here for his woman, and the daddy like, she'll be back. I ain't worried. I really don't care. Like, look how she grew up. What are you going to provide her? But not knowing he didn't realize the woman that he raised or that
That's
he
what she
had.
liked about him, that he could make something out of nothing. Like,
Mhm.
I never noticed that in the scene where they go into that house that they end up moving into, that he has the same kind of like thing that he made for his daughter,
Yep.
which is the part that always gets me a little choked up, because I just think
Yeah,
it's
it's so
so
sweet.
sweet, but it also is so bad because you see what type of person he is. Like, he can sell salt to a snail. Like, he can make anybody believe anything. But it's also so beautiful to see how the simplicity of doing something for someone that could mean so much, that is nothing but a candle in a, I don't even know what the hell that thing was,
Yeah, like
put together.
yeah, I don't even know what you would call it. I don't even know what you would call that.
But he did the same thing for her when they were kids.
Mhm.
In that house, he did the same thing for her, and that's why
Mhm.
she loved him. She
Yep.
loved him from all that time, because he made something out of nothing. He was
Yep.
that guy. Like, I mean, we may not have a perfect life, but I know he gonna make sure I'm comfortable. He gonna make sure I'm good. We was in a dang on dank house with snakes and spiders, and he made me feel like we was in another world. You know what I'm
Period.
saying? So
Period.
yeah, I'm gonna go with him and get out of this mundane, boring life of the rich. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm gonna go
Mhm.
with him, so my life can be an adventure every day, and everything can be something new and exciting for us every day. The issue was that he was never satisfied.
Never.
So yeah, the daughter, she loved that gift, but in reality, people want real things. Like, so, that
Yeah.
made me feel bad because he lost his job. Um, but then he stole that paperwork
Oh my
from
gosh,
the
yeah.
job.
Again, it goes back to his character, where there were portions of it that you respected because you're like, okay, bro, like, you willing to do whatever to get whatever you need. But man, these are huge risks that you are taking.
Yeah.
And I'm scared that you're going to keep swindling them because in that very first scene at the end of that song that they open up with, you notice that he's had a lot of businesses. He's done a lot of different things. He's been doing this for a minute. Like you could tell that he's been taking a lot of risk for a minute. And so, wow, is this going to be another moment of him? Because it's like, oh man, wow, he's going to get this bread. That's what's up. But then you're like, oh, he going to swindle it away with this silly idea that's not going to work.
Right.
What?
Right. Using somebody else's collateral.
I love when his wife, Charity, always brings him back down to reality. She's like, you got to pay that back every month, right?
But it's so smooth with it though. Like, baby, you're the only one not satisfied, right?
Like you do know that.
You the only one. You only care about yourself, right? You said you loved me, but no, you really only loved yourself. You don't love her. I know you don't, because you don't love me and you don't love nobody else. She had no problem pulling his card, but
never.
She knew him and she saw him for real. She knew why he was doing all of this. It's because he couldn't be satisfied. It's because he wasn't happy with his life. And I mean, I wouldn't have been happy with that life either. I wouldn't have been happy because obviously he never really left New York. And the world was so small then that everybody never let him shed the skin
that image. Yeah.
Poor boy.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So how can you feel happy and comfortable when the world this big at the time and everybody know everybody? So everybody's still looking at you as what does his dad do? His dad was a Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor. I was about to call him a seamstress. Pretty much like this. Pretty much. But yeah, so as he starts to transition into realizing where he wants to go with this whole curiosities, I believe is what he was calling it, museum, right? Yeah, it's interesting to see how he picks the people who it was interesting to see how he was inspired by someone from his past that helped him.
Yeah, and that book, I looked up that book. I didn't know what that book was. It was about the boy. It's like a thimble boy. The boy little. I didn't know. I never paid attention to. It's really hard to pay attention when you like the song so much. You be closing your eyes, you be singing real loud. It's real hard to focus. It's real hard.
No, for real. But no, he was even when he looked at the apple and he remembered kind of like the hunchback person from his childhood. I thought that was interesting.
From the little guy.
Yeah, and then the Tom Thumb, yep. And I thought it was interesting how he's silly. I thought it was interesting how they pulled that all together to kind of create the stage of like, this is where he's going with this, and he's inspired by
kids, really.
Yeah.
His is the one who helped him put it all together. His family was very supportive.
For real. And as much as he tried to give off the feeling like he was doing it for them, like we all know that
his wife knew that he wasn't doing it for them.
Period. And if you didn't know, like as the viewer, if you didn't know that, you figured it out very quickly when, he starts to veer away from what he started with. And he wants to get, he brings in the Zac Efron's character, what's his name? Philip, to like, he's a high society type of cat. So So he brings him in to give him that, like that cosign of being like,
because he never got the notoriety. He got the notoriety, but he never got the what's the word I'm looking for? Not accolades, not legitimacy.
Acknowledgement. Legitimacy. Yeah,
looking for, because he was looking for people to take him from what they saw him as all his life and say, okay, he's legitimate. But no, people still look down on him because of the business that he was in. People felt like he was exploiting them people. Other people felt like, get these people out of my town. This is weird. I don't like it. You know what I'm saying? So still people didn't respect him because the type of work that he was doing is down in the dumps, because people looked at those type of people as people who didn't matter and wasn't wanted and weren't of goodness because they didn't look it on the outside.
Yeah.
And you're keeping company with these type of people, which means you aren't that great still. So
right, which was a shame, because as much as, you know, and we're gonna keep it in the film because I'm gonna act as if I don't know the things that I know, but it was so many times where, you know, you saw the switch, you know, the way that he got the general to come along, the General Tom Thumb to come along. You know, he was like, hey, they laughing at you, so you might as well get paid while they're laughing at you. And then he's like, oh, I can't take that approach, I have to switch it around.
Right, because it's like, damn, I shouldn't have said that. But then he make it no better. He go in his room, he closed the door, he pick up that toy, and he lying to him. You know, he basically feeding his, because it's like watching that movie, it's like, oh man, he really care about those people because he really did. But damn, man, you're a swindler. Like, this is how you had to live. This is a part of your character and your being. So even when you're not trying to do it, you're doing it.
Yep. And that was the part where about the film that, well, and for his character, for me, it just felt like, wow, the more that he tries to get away from, it's not that he didn't want to be those people, right? You know, just for instance, the showboating of getting the house down the street from her parents' house,
yes,
you know,
oh my God,
and calling them out at the event. Like, he
God.
never did it to be like, you know, he did it to be like, ha, I'm successful, I made it anyway. But he did it only for that reason. He didn't do it to come above them and be like,
he wanted them to say, okay, you did it. And even when they said it, it wasn't good enough. I couldn't believe them people hadn't seen their grandkids though. Their whole life.
My man's like,
beautiful children.
Yeah.
Them beautiful children. And I was like, had he been drinking like all night? Because he really just went in as soon as he saw them.
He kind of switched up real quick. Like, oh, you supposed to know.
He really did. He's like, yeah, your grandchildren that you never met. And it's like, not here, Phineas. And it's like, no, we gonna do it right here, right now, in front of all these people who I'm trying to get the approval of. Yeah.
Now, what you got to say? Brahman said, I really still don't care.
He was looking at him like, still the Taylor's boy. That's what he said. I said,
he did. I was like, oh,
God. He said it. He said
it. He turned around and he still didn't
acknowledge it. Get out.
He said, yeah, he did tell him to get out. And he turned around. He was like, I will be happy to leave.
But I'm like, damn, when they started walking out, I'm like, damn, everybody heard that? Damn, it seemed like they was just talking to each other. Was he really that loud?
He must have. I believe he was. I mean, look, we all know that you don't have to be high on spirits. You know, when we know that he was fueled by something way bigger than anything else, and we saw it, and he just let it all out, and he did not care. Not care, because then after that,
Jenny Lynn like, fuck them, let's have a toast. And I was like, oh, she ain't nothing but the devil. I said, she ain't nothing but the devil.
I thought it was so interesting the way that she just swept right on through that, let the man's family walk out the door, just like, so. Okay.
And then walked up to him and said, you know what? I was born out of wedlock, so I know exactly how you feel. You got to do these things to make yourself feel better, but you still ain't going to feel no better. But you keep doing them because, you know, what else you going to do?
She thought she had a friend, and she did for a second. And I was really, I'm like, no, this is not happening. No,
though. A woman who had never been to America came all the way to America to do a show for a man she never met. You really think she didn't want to have sex with you, bro?
Like, come on, dog. And the way you oogling and googling at her off the side of the
crying and stuff. About to cry.
Michelle
Williams looking at him from the balcony like, Oh, really?
I just knew she was gonna take the binoculars from her daughter and be like,
let me see what his tear ducts looking like.
What? She didn't need to. She saw him standing over to the side. She saw him
being raggedy.
I said,
and she kept looking at him while she was singing.
And while she was singing, I was like, "Oh, she is what they say
seducing him. She a succubus." Singing them titillating songs.
I'm also not cursing for Lent, so I can't say my words I want to say. But she was. Look, this was a film that I did not expect to be talking at the screen. You know, like we talking back to the screen, but the slap had me talking back to the screen. That scene had me talking back to the screen. Like I was like, "Don't you start, Vinny. Then don't you start. Don't you do this. Don't you do this to Charity. Don't you do this to
it's
those
a kids movie, so he wasn't gonna do nothing.
They didn't get crazy.
But I thought he was gonna do something.
Oh, and I seen it coming from a mile away, that kiss. And you know, man, film is so good. Like they really found a way to make me feel a little bad for that woman. Like I really was feeling bad for that.
I did feel bad for her because he it's his fault. He led her on.
He definitely led her on, which was not right. It was not right of him to do that.
She knew what she was trying to do. You literally got mad at that man because he would not have sex with you in your hotel room and said you was gonna quit the whole dang on tour.
Yep.
You looked at him, he looked at you, you looked at him and said, "Oh, really? We ain't about to do this right now." Like I'm not even gonna give you a day to think about it. I'm not even gonna let you come back and say, "Yeah, I do want to have sex with you." You gonna get mad right now.
Yep.
In this moment.
Right there.
Because I don't want to kiss you and have sex with you.
Right. And because I recognize what's happening and I'm about to just go home and I'm like, let me go home to my family. Let me make better decisions. And you just gonna do that. And
see, that's the thing. I think that's what it was. She knew that he wanted her, and that's why he had to go all the way home. He didn't say go back to my hotel room. He said, I'm gonna go home.
He said, I'm leaving the tour.
I got to go home, baby. Because if I don't, baby,
it's going down.
It's going down basement.
How many more countries we gotta go to?
Because baby, it's getting real hard. It's getting real hard. But even that, when they went from like the transitions from her, like when Michelle was there by the mirror with her hair to the plane, and she was sitting there with her hair. Ooh. That scene was really good. Like them transitioning that whole part, and then him not being there, and that was beautiful.
Them throwing the roses at her, but then the mob throwing
beautiful
trash at Zendaya. First of all, that's Zendaya. Y'all don't even know what the heck. What is y'all doing? And it just angered me that nobody thought to get security. Like nobody thought to like get
bro. They like kicked the bearded lady in the stomach and was beating her on the ground, and he just told them people, "Hey man, get out of here!
Hey man,
get out of here, guys!
I need you guys to leave."
Assaulted a woman on the ground, like she was on the ground being kicked in the stomach, and they just let her be assaulted, and all they said was, "Hey man, get out of here!
Get out of here, dude!
Go away! Get!
We need you to leave."
This is the last time I'm saying it. That scene was funny though when old dude from Watchmen and Zac Efron was out there and he was like, "Look, man, this is the last time I'm gonna tell you." He was like, "Oh, what?" And he just said, "Fuck this! I'm tired of talking." And he pushed.
I was like, yes, that is such a black man thing to do. Like, we're about to fight anyway. Because they're talking reckless. Look, they've already called me a spook. Let's not let this, whatever. Let's just fight. Let's just fight.
I ain't never heard that. I said, "What's that?" When I was watching the movie, I was like, "What is that?"
I feel like from a good old, I've definitely heard that in a Martin Scorsese movie, like freaking spook or a moolie. They mook spook.
I don't know.
Put them together, mook. Mookie. Do the right thing, Mookie. I've definitely heard Spook. I've definitely heard Spook before.
No, I ain't never heard it. I was sitting
Y'all,
there like, I don't know what that is. But
but
he was wrong.
it doesn't also make sense to me. Like Spook doesn't make sense to me because Spook, I think of spooky, and then I think of ghost, and then I think of white, and then I think of white sheets, and then I think of KKK. Like, so.
Well, maybe it just don't work for us. It don't work for us.
It don't. Spook? Okay.
We don't know what it is.
Maybe they were thinking more like spooky, dark.
Oh.
Maybe that's where they were trying to go with that. I still don't think it works.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'll look it up in the Urban Dictionary.
Yeah, maybe we gotta look it up. But man, my bro man just like left. He just left. Oh, and the way he tried to come back all slick like.
Oh yeah, like I just missed y'all.
We didn't expect you back so early. Yeah, I missed you. Yeah, I bet you did.
His life went to crumbling down in 2 days. 2 minutes.
When she was like, "I'm leaving."
No, because that night, the dang on place caught on fire. The next morning, the newspaper was out.
Then the newspaper was out, and she's like, "I'm leaving." Well, better yet, actually,
I'm going home.
I'm going home. Yeah, I'm going home. Oh,
because
baby, you ain't
we're being evicted.
I ain't got no home. We don't have no home. We done been kicked out.
A shadow. Devin said a shadow is black.
Oh,
I don't get it. And he said a spool. What's a spool?
I don't know.
Child. I'm not even about to try to get in this no further because it is getting to be too much for me.
We went too far. We went too deep. We went too deep in the racism.
Right.
Again, this is a family film, so they couldn't say the N-word.
N-word, yeah.
They couldn't go there with the N-word. So what else could they say? And Spook was probably it. Like,
oh, Devin said, never mind. He gonna have to tell us in person, I guess.
All right. Yeah. You gotta give us the explanation. But yeah, so he comes back like, dude, your place has been burned down. Your partner that has stepped in and helped you, he's been hurt. I mean, to be perfectly honest, your whole crew,
everybody in trouble. Everybody. No, but my favorite part is when they couldn't find Zendaya.
And he run in. And then she come running out. Okay.
Come out looking like Popeye's girlfriend, though. Running out of there. Like, I'm here. She did. And now Zac Efron in there dead. Because
everybody and then
he spoiled. He didn't last but a second in there.
He did it because when he came out, I'm like, how he get cut in the stomach? Yeah. How far did you go? What did you do? Where did you
just go? In there? What if we rewrite the song?
Oh my God! Looking for his boo. Man. When he dropped her hand. When they were
Zendaya wasn't she had no qualms about walking off a scene. She was fed up about everything. She was fed about everything.
I was like, and that was another time I was yelling at the screen. I was like, you done messed up her first time at the theater. She ain't never been to the theater and here.
No, but Zac Efron, I love, because that's what I was about to say. Their whole relationship was interesting, but I love the way that Zac Efron played this character. He was so calm. He never got angry when he saw his parents, when he was trying to take her on a date to make up.
Yeah.
He said, don't you speak to her like that.
Yes. I was like, dang, I wish Zendaya, I wish Zendaya could have witnessed that. Like, because then she could have went to the theater.
But like he said it so, don't you speak to her like that.
Hey man, Zac Efron, that is his bag. Like, and I mean, I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, but that's both of their bag. Like theater, like this whole musical theater, the dancing and the singing. I was very impressed. Yeah, I was very impressed. And then that scene, like that's probably like my third favorite song and scene is, their whole.
Don't You wanna get away from this flame. Oh, but you gotta play, cause I got what you need. So
Hey,
come with me and take a
oh,
ride to the other side. Okay, because I'm just gonna sing the
yeah,
whole song.
yeah, but dude, I really enjoyed Zac Efron's acting in this film. It was
Because all
really,
his lines were delivered like that. Like when he saw Zendaya, who's that? Like all
oh
his
man,
lines were
he
delivered
was
like that.
mesmerized.
He delivered every line like
He
that.
did, he did. He
He
was
was smooth.
smooth operator, like smooth man. Like now I see why them girls used to be lusting over you in High School Musical. Like I get
Yeah.
it now.
Yeah,
I
little
get
Zach.
it.
But his character reminded me of the guy who was like the second in command in the Glory movie.
Oh yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. I was trying to pinpoint what did he, because the way that the movie was set up reminded me a lot of like The Great Gatsby. A lot of green screen FX type stuff. Things that obviously weren't real. And very just like elaborate, huge scenes. But I was trying to pinpoint who he reminded me of, and that's a really good observation. Like definitely gave off those feelings where there were so many times where I thought he would make the wrong decisions or he would be something that I felt like he was taught to be, or and he would every single time he'd flip the script on you and just show you that he is so much deeper than what you've known him for.
Yeah,
A
like
lot of the things that uh uh Finn was saying about him when they were battling back and forth or negotiating back and forth, like, you gonna come onto the show or what? Like, you gonna help me with this? You gonna do this with me? Like, come on now, like, let's figure this out. Like, I'm more than just like this high society playwright.
mhm.
Uh,
He's a
um,
really good guy, actually.
yeah, I have more depth to me, and then he showed it when with his love interest in being in Zendaya and being basically in an interracial relationship in the freaking 1800s.
Yeah, because that was not something you do
Oh
at
no,
all.
like
But not only
this.
that, standing back there with them
Mm-hmm.
when he went put him in his box,
Yup.
being in the trenches with them
Yep.
when he
Every
wasn't
time.
there.
Yup.
Like,
He
yeah,
didn't have to do that. He could
and
have
he fine.
always just collected his little quarters on the side. Like, he could have just collected his bread on the side and just been like, well, I did my part. Y'all saw the queen, which turned into this amazing tour that you're going on. I've done my part. And he was like, but no, like just like you said, in the trenches, like stayed there and nearly lost his life.
Yeah. But I also think the majority of the movie, until he got to like after the Jenny Lynn situation, he realized what type of man he was. But for that first period of time, I think like
Figuring it
just in
out.
his facial expressions alone, from the time they met the queen until Jenny Lind and that fizzled,
Mm-hmm.
he was always looking at him trying to understand, like, do he really care about these people or not?
Mm-hmm.
Like, why did he make them dress like this? Why did he put them in this kind of situation? Why did he let
Yep.
them dress like us? Where is his head at? Like, what are we really doing here?
Well,
And I
yeah,
feel
what are
like
we
he was
doing?
always trying to figure that out the whole movie until he figured it out and realized that, okay. And I mean, but that's why we know he had been doing that, because that's why he had the money to put them back in business in the first place,
Period.
because he was trying to gauge what type of man he was. And once he gauged what type of man he was, he knew what he had to do to make sure he was gonna be all right.
Yep. 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 I really, that dynamic really exposed uh Phoenix
Phineas.
Phineas, yeah, like it really exposed his character, because it was like, dang, you was saving this whole time, like, oh, you was getting your money up front, wow,
Oh,
you were.
Philip. You talking about Philip.
No, I was Phineas. Yeah, I was saying it exposed him, like
Oh
how,
yeah.
again, back to that, we had already obviously figured out that he was kind of like a shady dude, like he had
Yeah.
the shady side to him. But then I think it just exposed him just even a little bit more, where it's like, you were, I don't think you weren't thinking about us.
No,
Like,
not for, but he wasn't thinking about nobody. My other favorite line is when Charity tells him, he says, I don't love her, Charity. She says, I know you don't. You don't love me. You don't love her. You don't love anyone but yourself.
period.
And then he looking at her like, oh, you know.
Like, you, oh dang, you see through me. You see me. You see you see what I'm about. You
Also, the other line where she says, why didn't I would have said yes.
Oh my God. Charity was dropping bars through this whole joint. Like, anytime she spoke, like, just bars. And she was like, really? Like, it's not like
about the
it's
money.
not
She
about
said
the
it's not
risk.
about the money.
It's not about the money. Like, like the risk, okay, but we do this together. So like, it wasn't about the risk. It was the fact that you just did it without me. Like, you just said, I'm gonna make this decision for our family, again, our family, because that's who's affected. Our daughters, me, and now this
and
new
our
family,
extended
and our
family.
extended family, these people that you've taken on, like, we love them. Like, my daughter, our youngest daughter, is walking around with a beard.
Yeah, and don't care. And don't care.
Like, I loved when, because I love the scene where Phineas comes out after rescuing Philip from the fire, and they were all consoling each other. Like,
But that littlest daughter, she was looking at that fire like, oh no, this some BS, man. This don't look too good. The other girl was like this, but she was like, I'm looking at this fire till my daddy come out.
She had a glory coming down.
Yeah, she was like,
and I was very again impressed when they start singing and they was doing the dance moves on the side. I was like, they looking like little Blue Ivies, when Blue Ivy be dancing, be doing Beyonce moves on the side. I'm like, look at them. They're so dang cute. They were definitely the silver lining. His family was the silver lining throughout that film, because they always managed to, like you said, keep him in check. Like, the daughter's idea, who said, Dad, you need something sensational. You need something vibrant. You need something real, alive. The dead stuff, that ain't working, fam. Let's do something different. His wife kept him down to reality. Look at here, brother. Like, you only need a few good people to love you. You don't need everybody in the world to be bowing down to you. Stop. You are enough for me.
And you need to make you enough for you too.
And see, that's what he was bonding, that trauma bonding. Oh my God. There's so many new keywords out when we think about like all this stuff about mental health and trauma bonding. They were bonding over trauma. Him and that Lynn woman about.
You're right. They were
bonding over that. Like,
and that's how you get into bad stuff.
Bruh.
Trauma bonding. This is new.
I know.
Jesus.
I know. But that's what I'm saying. Like, could you imagine if this film was different, right? And it wasn't a Disney, happy-go-lucky film. Yo, we found love in a hopeless place.
That Bliss movie.
What is that? I don't know what.
The movie with Selma Hayek and one of the Wilson brothers. It's a trauma bonding movie.
Oh my God, I've seen that movie like vaguely. I've seen that movie vaguely, but I know what you're talking about. But yeah, trauma bonding, that's definitely what they were doing together. And I just love, Charity's character, and that the fact that her name was Charity was always this kind of funny thing to me. Because she was always giving. she was always
kind of just always there. She never raised her voice. She never got attitude. She never got mad when she was done. She said, "I'm leaving." She didn't yell. When he came back to her, he looked at her and she looked at him and she said, "Okay, what you about to do?" Okay,
yeah, like right, a strong woman.
Let's sing this song together and then we gonna kiss.
right. So oh no, where are we at? We're kind of like
now.
We're getting to the end. Man, I did not want it to end. It was like
so much.
It was really good. So we're getting to the end. I'm trying to figure out like, what is this going to end like? What's going to happen? Is he going to grow? Because I thought, because you know when we talk about how they sped up the story and they move past a lot of things, and the audition process is quick, and then next thing you know, the show, you know, even the song, through that song the show builds and it's a hit and everybody's coming through with their quarters. The movie slows down a bit, you know, and after the tour and everything, the movie slows down a bit, and then we get to the end, and I'm thinking, like, are they going to speed up to him being an old man? Like, you know, are they going to come do some present day type stuff? But I like that they kept the story right there, and they showed the handing over of, hey, man, I'm not going to do this anymore. You know, I'm, you know, you are now the showman. You are now the ringleader, I guess you could say, in this case. And that was really nice. I really love that. And I love that he finally made a decision about the business, really for real about his family this time. Like, I feel like that whole time he had been making up this so-called excuse of like why he been doing this, you know, oh, I do this for the fam, you know, and now it's like, now you actually are making a decision for the family. Right. Because you did it.
Yeah, it's done.
It's done. You will always go down in history for this.
Yep.
For real. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. It was a great way to kick off, you know, the musical movies, and I'm happy to add this into the musicals that I've seen before and that I can like now really talk about. Like it's fun. What did you think about like the ending and like?
You know, I'm gonna be honest. I'll be so into the songs that
I was just about to say, like, can you just even get past the songs?
I mean, I was able to,
and
watch the movie, and I did pick up on a lot of things that I.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna. Actually, that's my follow-up question, or that's really my question I want to get to. Is that, was there anything now that you've watched it so many times, you love the soundtrack, you love the music, what are some things that you like, some like takeaways, I guess, that, or some things that you maybe are noticing this second time, third, fourth, fifth time around,
like 11th
time around,
maybe 12.
I love it.
But it's kind of bad because it's not like Jurassic Park. It's like came out in the 20s, the 2000s.
Yeah. So of course, like, it's easy for to say like, oh, I've seen Jurassic Park at least 20 times. Yeah, that's easy to say. That came out in 97, 96, maybe probably even before that. Bruh, the fact that you've seen a movie that came out in 2017 already 11 times.
And I didn't see it until 2019.
Oh, right. You didn't even see it when it first came out. So yeah, you've been putting it in. You've been putting in work over the last year.
Work. Like, yeah, we lived here good in here when I started watching.
3 years. You said 2019. Yeah, 3 years.
Yeah. So takeaways from the movie. I laughed a lot more at parts that I maybe didn't laugh at prior. Like, I could not stop laughing at Zendaya when she was sitting at the bed singing that damn song to Zac Efron when she was crying. I could not stop laughing. I was laughing so
hilarious. You are so hilarious. No, she had me cracking on when she was mad at him and she was doing that dance number.
Yeah, she was like,
boy, she was sick at it. Sick.
Yeah, when she was singing, "This is
this is us, this is me." Yeah,
this is me. That's what she was saying. No, she was. What if we? Right. I'm like, if y'all don't let this girl either cry, sing, or talk,
right?
Jesus,
cry, sing, or talk. Make a decision. They said, nope, we're gonna do all three
and put them together.
I had to run it back to the singing. I was like, is she singing or is she? Oh, okay. Because sometimes like the crowd would be singing. I was like, how they know the song? Like, they talk about the Greatest Showman. I'm like, how they know? How do they know?
They come every day.
Yeah, they come every day.
They came
it's only a quarter. Man, I had to pause it. You had the family expenses on the paper. I'm like, girl, $500.
I know. You look like, I'm like, them some cheap ass family.
I know. I was like, but when things, when you get paid a quota to do stuff, then yeah, that's a lot of money. Right. hit.
Right.
Oh my God. Yeah.
What else did I notice? Well, I'm not gonna say I know. What I will say this is, some of them songs I don't know verbatim, like all the words. I be making them my own words because I don't be knowing them all. But I actually read the lyric, because one song that I be wanting to like, but I don't be liking is what's the name of it? Let me look at the name of it so I can be correct. From Now On. And
remind me
the last song he sung. And we will come back home. And we will
yeah. I wasn't a fan of
come
that either.
again. Oh, that's my part. That's the part.
I'm loving it.
I be getting turned up when they get into that part right there. Oh, and I be clapping.
They do get live. They do get live on that part.
It's never a moment where I'm that album, CD, whatever the hell is playing, and I am not Pepper, and I am not in this house jumping around,
going crazy,
my heart out,
going crazy.
But the lyrics to the songs,
really, Pep? Wow. Hey, Pep.
were
Pepper Ann.
When I get affiliate, I'm gonna make her an emote.
Oh my God, that's gonna be great.
She's really in there right now.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized how good. Oh my gosh, she just knocked the microphone over. Go on, girl.
She ready for you to get off live. She's like,
She said, "Get out of here. Tired of you guys." Pepper.
Right. Talking about, do you know how many times I've seen this movie?
A lot. She's actually seen it a lot. But no, stop. Jesus.
Hilarious.
Made you become a nuisance to my stuff. Oh my God. Wait, hold on. I'm having a dog technical difficulty here.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
My light down.
Come on, Pep. Acting crazy.
Okay, so
yes.
I was saying something about the lyrics to the songs. The lyrics to the song are really good, and they really, push the story forward. And because I was so used to busy singing them, and sometimes you don't realize what you're singing until you read it. And I was like, wow, these songs are really freaking good songs, and they really tell this story.
Yep.
Just for like certain songs, especially that one, because that was one that I don't know the words to all the way. I just know that we'll come back home again. And from now on, and I will no longer be blinded by the light. And it starts tonight. It starts tonight. From now on.
Yeah, I can see myself adding this and like definitely listening to it. Like This Is Me hit, like that hits.
Oh, that's a beautiful song.
Like that's the one. Like
stranger to the dark.
Yeah, that song hit.
They say they almost hearts.
Dude, oh my God.
Okay, let me stop.
The funniest part, and we like to get back just real quick to the ending of the film. The daughter as the tree in the play.
Oh yes. I said she not
the youngest daughter. Oh my God.
With the talents. She not the one. She not the one with the talents.
No, because when they were, I'm like, where's she at? And then praying over, she's like,
in the tree. She is the tree.
She is the tree, right? She's not in the tree. She is the tree. She said, I'm gonna find a way, which, made me feel like, man, does she have a little bit of her father's,
Right. Now, I didn't notice that. I didn't notice that none of the 11 times I've seen it.
Really? Oh my God!
When a movie ending and you done seen it a whole bunch of times, you just don't pay no attention.
Yeah, you barely. Yeah, you probably walking away from it. Like,
you going to the you just listening to it, like, and we will come back home. You know what I'm
saying? Hey, it's lit. It's lit. That was cracking me up. But this was such a good time that I don't want to bring down the mood with the real stuff that I read about what, how do you say it?
Barnum and Bailey.
Yeah, I don't keep
Oh,
on
brother
saying
and Barnum
Barlow.
and
Yeah,
Bailey.
yeah, Barlow. My God, this man had a wretched past. I'm like,
Now I don't know his history. I don't know the
hey,
man's life. I just know
yeah,
the
we
man's
probably got to
song.
talk offline about it because boy, oh boy, like I,
He was a bad man, huh?
it wasn't the best. He was look, this was definitely a glamorized version of him. This was the squeaky clean version of him, but that man, he wasn't right. He did some things that were not okay, and eventually he got into politics
Whoa.
and said that, yes, I owned slaves and I whipped them. He was like, but I deserve 100 more whippings than I gave them, or 1,000 more whippings that I gave them for what I did. But again, it still goes back to the things that we were wondering in this film. Did he mean the things that he said, or was he trash AF? Yes. Like, did he mean those things? And oh my God, like, I'm about to just say it. He had a woman that was a black woman that was presumably looked like she looked old, but he like doubled her age and said that she was the slave of somebody, like I can't remember, maybe George Washington, and was saying and like was taking her around the country and showing her to people and saying that she was 167 years old and had her working 10-12 hour days, and even upon her death was still exploiting her. Basically had a live autopsy for people to see this woman be cut open and then reveal that she actually wasn't 167 years old. I'm like, what? Like, what? It was nuts. And so, and then the fact that some of his acts were frauds, like maybe some of those ladies weren't actually bearded, that man wasn't that tall. He was on stilts, yeah, he
Yeah.
was a tall
And the
man.
500-pound man was actually, he's saying he was 500, but he was 750.
Yeah,
That's what he
so
was saying.
they alluded to a lot of his, his sneakiness and the fraud, but the reality, the real part of it is very, very like troublesome and very like just like she
He was
said.
a swindler.
He was a swindler and he was trash.
Oh, a
A
scoundrel, as Jenny Lynn called
scoundrel,
him.
a humbug. But he got into the politics, and they said back then Democrats were just northern men with southern principalities.
Yeah. Yeah. That's true. That is
So
very true.
So he ended up getting to the politics side and saying things like, "Oh, I didn't mean it," like, "Oh, I shouldn't have done those things. I know where I went wrong." But did you mean it though? Like the things you've done is some things that you just can't go back on.
Right.
So I feel sorry for the real Charity, because Lord have mercy, she loved that man.
Yeah.
She had to love that man and his
Yeah.
kids. So it's very interesting. I would love to see, and I know this movie is obviously not supposed to be about those things, but I'm not gonna lie, like it would this I'm not saying I would want to see the film, but I would like to see maybe like a docu-series, or
They should
maybe
make
something
a
that,
horror movie.
yeah, or maybe a horror movie. Whoa, that would be kind of
It's basically American Horror Story Freak Show, though.
yeah, low-key freak show, yeah.
It's basically that. It's basically that.
For real. Yeah, but again, like I didn't want to say all that because I didn't want to destroy, but nothing takes away from The Greatest Showman. It's a
Well,
really
and we will come back home. home. Home again.
I don't know the music either, but like yeah, I really like it. I really, really loved, like was impressed and enjoyed this. And I'm excited for like what we got to come up next. So what you wanna go ahead and kind of just close this out? What are you thinking?
Um, I just would like to say that everyone needs to go listen to the soundtrack 50 times because it's amazing.
Mhm.
Really listen to The Greatest Show. Really listen to Never Enough. Really listen to A
Oh,
Million Dreams. And
is
what
that
else? Oh, what?
is A Million Dreams? That's not the one that they start with.
Every night I lie in
Yeah, okay, that's the one.
bed,
It's
the
like, oh, that,
brightest
yo,
colors fill my head.
that
A
is a lit
million
song.
dreams keeping me awake.
That's
That's
a
my
lit
shit.
song. I like that song. Okay, yeah.
And then listen to you know what song has really been on my heart in this movie lately that I didn't like, but I like it now? Rewrite
What?
the Stars. I used to couldn't stand
Oh,
that song. Now I love it so
and who
much.
hold on, who sung that? That was
Zac Efron and Zendaya.
wasn't there. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed that right there. Yeah, which is funny because it kind of plays into this whole thing. Like he just kind of rewrote his, he kind of made himself up like into this person that he needed to be in order to like, yeah, right, rewrite history in low key. Like
Right.
I'm not no Taylor's boy, or the Taylor's son. Like I am the greatest showman.
Right. But Zendaya was the realistic part of that. Like, we can't, we can't. Yeah, I like
Mhm.
you, but we can't. I mean, we
Yep.
can't. Like, we
Yeah.
literally can't.
Man, that
Do
was
you
so good when
realize?
she walked away from him. Man, you weren't lying. I mean, every scene she walked
Every
away.
since she was walking away from his
Away.
ass.
She walked away from him when she first met him.
Yeah, she said
Literally,
everybody has an act, Mr. Carlisle. Walked away.
watch
And then her brother was like,
get
"What up,
get
bruh?
grilled by
What?"
my fine brother.
Oh man. But no,
Oh,
yes. Please listen to the records. It's a
mhm,
great, great singing good time.
mhm.
Because I
Agreed.
sing a
Agreed.
lot when I watch this movie. A lot.
Oh, talk about it. Yes. But
It's pretty
yeah,
bad. I be feeling bad for Jarrell
because
because
you be singing at the top of your lungs.
I
You have it
really
on
do.
vinyl right now. You have it on
Yes,
vinyl too,
I
right? So
do.
that's so dope. We have to listen now.
Oh yay!
You have to listen
I'm
now.
so
Yeah.
excited about that.
But yeah,
Because
y'all, this is it. Like that's the Greatest Showman. Please, please, if you have not, like, please go watch the film, listen to the soundtrack, and be sure to like tune in next week because we are going to watch.
I don't know.
So I remember when we first were talking about this, we were debating between this and Willy Wonka because I never thought of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory being a musical.
Right. It
But
is.
we have a lot of suggestions. We got the chorus line. We have what
Little
else?
Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors. I like. Let's do Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay, I just finally saw that for the first time actually like 3
Hush
months
your
ago.
mouth. Really?
Yes.
Did you? Oh,
Yes, I did.
did you enjoy it? We should
Yes.
do it for next week. No.
Yes, I did enjoy it. I enjoyed it
Yeah,
a lot. The
that's
songs
what's
were
up.
made me laugh a lot.
Oh my god, it's such a funny man. What's his name? Not Hubert.
I don't know what that man's name is in real life.
I cannot remember. I haven't seen that movie in so long, so I'm kind of excited to see that. I'm kind of excited to see that. If we change up, we'll let you know. So check our socials, so you can be tuned in for what's happening next week, or like be surprised. Like I feel like if I were to watch this show, if I weren't part of the show and I was to watch it, I would sometimes watch with, and sometimes I would just like watch, tune in to hear what y'all have to say, then go watch the film and have because sometimes I like to go into movies with other people's opinions just to watch it for fun, especially if it's something that I would have never watched by myself. So yeah, we so happy that y'all came back with us this week because we took last
Yes.
off, but we back better
We
than
back.
ever.
We back, y'all. We
Yeah.
here. We ain't going nowhere.
We ain't going nowhere. Yeah, y'all thought we was gonna stop. Y'all thought we maybe gave up or like was like, well, we don't want to do this no more. Nope. We
No.
back.
No.
We back.
13 in. 13 in.
You feel me? You feel me? It's so
Doing it.
exciting.
We
It's so
doing it.
exciting. Yeah.
Also, guys, if you want to be a superstar like Groovy Rusty and join
Mm.
the superstar team, I haven't really came up with a name
Yeah, we
for
gotta
the
figure something out.
superstars. The superstars.
They're just gonna
I
be
don't
the
know.
superstars. You're a superstar, so
Yes,
yeah.
the superstars. You can follow me on Twitch,
Mhm.
twitch.tv, Chevy the Superstar. You also need to follow Toya on Twitch,
You
which is
see it.
Point of View. But is it the? No, it's Point
Yeah.
of View.
It's fine. Yeah.
It's Point of View Finder. Like, I should know that. I said it 13 times.
Right. You know this. You know this.
And then go on our social medias and follow us, because Toya is great and she has an Instagram page that's not listed here, which is, what is it? Is Point of View Finder on there too?
Yeah, it's Point of View Finder, and then there's Latoya Coates too. So I mean, either one, you're gonna get this.
Yes, Ashley, you are a superstar. You did follow me, so you are a superstar.
Oh yeah, she is a superstar, man. Good looking to all the family and friends that be pulling through and rocking with us and supporting us. We really appreciate y'all, for real, for real.
Yes, but go to Toya's Point of View Finder Instagram, because she is venturing off into some new things and creating a community of photographers and featuring photographers. And this week, you know who she featured? She featured me. Yeah, me.
I'm just gonna point both ways because I keep forgetting.
So yes, go on there and follow her and like her stuff that she does, because she is very talented.
Man, I appreciate that. It's no point in having all these photographer friends and not showing off y'all work and showing how dope y'all are and how sweet y'all are. And so yeah, I have to like, man, your portraits and your Funko portraits and just, you know, your love for horror and the way you just like combined it all, I think is kind of sick. Like, it's kind of dope the way man, that picture of Jarrell, it's just like, first of all, Jarrell pulled through like a real.
He really did.
Like, who just can be like, I need you to dress up like a zombie. Okay, friend.
This is Thriller. He went in. And what we playing Thriller? We was playing Thriller too.
We were playing Thriller in the background. We really set the mood. No, we had so much fun. I can't wait for this Halloween. We gotta go in this Halloween.
Yes.
I think we might have to do like a short. I think we need to do like a scary. We need to make a scary movie this year.
I got an idea for you on the back end after this.
Offline. But yeah, man, thanks y'all for joining us this week. We really appreciate y'all. Be back next week. So just in case, watch Little Shop of Horror. Horrors? Whatever. Yeah. And because you know I like to say horror. Horror.
Like.
All right, man.
Oh man, guys, I guess we just don't want to leave you today.
We don't.
Having so much fun.
Yeah, we having a little too much fun. That's what happened when you miss a week. Like, you just gotta come. You
gotta come in and get it all in and get some.
Yeah. Like, I don't want to wait till next week to see y'all. We just gonna stay live until next week.
Yes.
Oh my God, it's a guy that stays live on TikTok 24 hours and just lives his life.
Really?
Just lives his life. Yep. I think that he keeps it stationary, so if he goes somewhere, I don't think he takes the camera with him, but like when he sleeps at night, when he's just like doing stuff on his computer, he goes live on Twitch. I think he plays video games or something like that. He's just live for 24 hours. It's nuts. It's nuts the way he does that. I'm like, I wonder if I could get away with something like that, like just going live. I talk too much stuff.
I'm not doing that.
I would have to mute myself. You wouldn't be able to hear what I say.
I'm not doing
like scratching your butt and you'd be like, oh man, they can see that.
I'm not doing it. Can't do it.
I'm not doing it. Oh my God. Oh yeah, we usually have a movie quote too. But yes. I mean, did you still want to say the movie quote, or I mean, feel like you mentioned it.
You said it because that was in your spirit, child. That was in your spirit.
Man, when she dropped that line, like I said, Charity was dropping bars all throughout the film. When she dropped that, I was like, oh, I'm writing that down. So to remind y'all real quick,
baby girl said, everybody needs to be reminded of this.
For real. Baby girl said, you don't need everyone to love you, just a few good people. And that, man, it's just so real. You know how like the easiest things, the cliches, you know, the most simplest things are always so true. And that's for real. You know, I think sometimes, you know, we both know as creatives and people who put out art and put things out to people, you know, we want everybody to love this. We would love if we had hundreds and thousands of views and people were talking about us and we were sponsored. But at the same time, it goes back to what I just said, like, it's so dope to have like our best friends in here and like people that we've loved and cared about, family members come see us. And so that's the type of stuff that I probably enjoy more than having like hundreds and thousands of views, because that means so much more to me than like having a whole huge crowd. And one day we may grow to that place, but to know that it was like how we started was the homies was coming through is just, yeah. So you really only need a few good people to like love you. You don't need the whole
Mm-hmm.
to be like bowing down to you, because it's bound to not be real.
Right.
You know, like even when he thought that he had something in old girl, he realized very quickly, like
That she
yeah,
wanted the she
yeah,
wanted the
she wanted and that's all she wanted. Like,
the mm-hmm. She
because it
wanted to
takes.
wreck his life because she knew deep down he was a good man.
Mm-hmm.
And because we don't know her history, but obviously
Oh.
she feels jaded about her life as well.
Mm-hmm. And she was trying to bond off of that.
And
And I mean,
also,
I
she was
did.
trying to compensate for something. That's why she
Period.
mentions that she gives her money away to charity and widows, because she was trying
Yes.
to also
Oh.
cover up and make up for her shortcomings.
Yep. And that it just, man, the moment she came into the scene, I just was like not feeling her. I just was like over her. Like, why?
Well, she's good at playing a bad guy that make you think she good, because she was in
For sure.
the Doctor Sleep, and she had the chorus kids to come back with her, and she would eat them alive. So,
Ew.
hmm
Wow.
yeah,
Wow.
hmm
Terrible
she's a
woman.
really good actress. I really
Good
like her.
actress. Terrible,
I
terrible
really like her.
character.
I
Lord have
really
mercy.
like her.
Terrible
Okay,
character.
guys, we're gonna leave
Yeah, right. We
now
can do this
because
all
we're
night.
gonna get right back into the movie all over again.
Pretty much. All
All
right,
right.
sign us off.
Thank you, Clark No. Thank you, Groovy. Thank you, Bash. Thank you, Rail. Thank you, other people who did not speak in the chat. It's okay.
It's
Okay.
okay.
But thank y'all for watching. We have had consistent views all night. I really do appreciate you guys for taking the time out to listen to us be silly and talk about movies the way that we see fit. And
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate you guys for coming back and being here with us. It really
Yep.
means a lot. So keep coming back. We're going to do movies in March that are
Yeah.
musicals.
Oh yeah,
And
it's lit. We
thank you
sing
guys.
all March.
This is Two Snaps in a Circle signing off. Until next time.